Artist. This is our last week before we get 2 weeks off for our end of the year holiday break. And so I thought we'd do something a little fun with a directive drawing, and we're going to draw sweaters. This time of year, people wear all kinds of fun sweaters because it's getting chilly outside. Of course, today I just wore a black sweater. Really wasn't thinking about recording this lesson today, but I have lots of fun colors at home. Sometimes they are winter themed, sometimes they just have fun designs. I've seen all kinds recently around school and around when I'm around town, and it's just fun to see people be festive. Now, you can make it be a holiday sweater, or you can just make it be a winter design sweater, because designers who design sweaters, clothing designers, are artists. Now, I do have a color sheet here I just want to hold up for some little inspiration, just to show you some black and white images of some ideas. Yes, these are more holiday, but the one up here has more patterns on it and just a fun, cool design, like it's for skiing or for just being warm. Those are all different kinds. This one kind of looks like a tree. This one's got words on it. But what I like about them is that they all have a pretty even and balanced design, and a lot of them have patterns. So for your sweater, let's try to focus on making them just be full of patterns. I'm going to tilt my screen down here so you can see. Now, I sketched my sweater already real lightly with a pencil. So I'm going to recommend that you use a pencil. If you're following along with me, you can just pause this video anytime, or maybe watch it all the way through, and then you can always go back and rewatch it. So I am going to go ahead and use a black marker to go over my pencil mark so you can see each step, and I'm going to explain what I'm doing. You can always use a crayon, whatever you have at home. All right, to start with, I think it's easiest to start with just a U shape, or like a bowl shape. This is going to be the neck of our sweater. And I'm going to put this little page right here so you can see some of them right there. Get the idea. These have their sleeves out a little bit. I'm going to make them a little tighter. And so then from there, I'm going to go and I'm going to make the outside of one arm of my sweater. And then I'm going to also come in just a little bit and make the inside of the arm. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. When I sketched mine with a pencil first, I did have to erase and adjust a little bit, and that's completely fine. You can always do practice paper first, whatever works for you. But if you do use a pencil, I always try to go really lightly so that's easier to erase and doesn't leave an indent if you have to. So then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to go down one arm, come and make the inside of the arm. And then right here, I'm going to not start at this line, but come down a little bit. It makes it look a little bit more realistic, where the sweater might go to the bottom. And then I'm going to make a little bit of an edge down here to make it look like a little hem on my sweater. I'm going to go ahead and back up here and make the same kind of hem on the neck and on each cuff. And then to make it look like there's a back of the sweater, I'm going to close that up. And then from there, I'm going to make lines on all of the edges. That in itself creates a pattern. That's just something I like to do. And then I'm going to create a pattern through the middle of my sweater. I'm just kind of making it up as I go. If you wanted it to say something like with black letters, that's fine. Just make sure it's appropriate for school in this time of year. Whatever you want to do on there. Maybe I'll add a heart here. You can do, maybe I'll do some stripes all down the arm. This could be a really colorful sweater then. And there's just some basic ideas. I definitely can go back and add some more. After you color your sweater, and I do want some type of pattern and balance, then you're going to use a crayon to color it in. And I know I've said this before, you can always use whatever you find at home, colored pencils, crayons. I like to use crayons when I'm coloring a large area because they're softer than markers, and I feel like they won't look as streaky if I color lightly and go in the same direction. and really just take my time. So I'm going to continue to finish my sweater, but I also want you to do, when you do yours, is to create a background. It can be a design or it can be solid color, but let's just not leave it white. You can even add, if you want, fun frame around it. Maybe I'll even add Christmas lights. I just thought of that. It reminded me of another project I did. So that's a thought. So I can't wait to see what your end result is for your sweater design. So draw it with a pencil, go over it with a black marker or crayon, and color it in. Be sure to show me and have a wonderful break. I can't wait to see you in 2021.